Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Sonic English Podcast. I'm Alex, and today we're going to talk about something very simple but very powerful, the morning habits of fluent language learners. You see, many people think fluency comes only from grammar books, long study hours, or difficult lessons, but that's not true. Fluency grows slowly, like a tree, and the roots of that tree are your daily habits. The way you start your day matters. It is important. Your morning energy, your focus, and your thoughts shape your language learning more than you imagine. Maybe you have tried many ways to improve your English. You have downloaded apps, you have watched videos, you have joined classes, and maybe even lived abroad. But sometimes something still feels missing. You still hesitate when you speak, you pause, you still translate in your head, you still feel nervous in conversations. What if the missing piece isn't a new method, but a new morning? Yes, a new morning. What if small, simple actions every morning could slowly change the way you feel about English and about yourself? That's what today's episode is all about. I will share with you 7 habits that fluent English speakers often have in their mornings. And don't worry, they are all easy. You can do them at home, on the bus, or even while brushing your teeth. You don't need a lot of time. You just need a little consistency. So, make yourself comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's start your English morning together. Okay, habit number 1. Start the day in English. Fluent English speakers often begin their day in English. From the moment they wake up, they try to connect with the language. It can be very small. They might think a few sentences in English. They might say, "Good morning, world." They might whisper, "Time to start my day." They might even talk to themselves about what they see. When you wake up, your brain is fresh. It's quiet inside your head. That's the perfect moment to fill it with English. You can describe what you feel. I feel sleepy. My room is cold. I can hear the birds outside. Simple thoughts like these slowly train your brain to think in English. When you connect English with your real daily life, it stops being just a subject. It becomes part of you. You don't need to speak perfectly. You don't need long sentences. Just start your day with English words, even 3 or 4 lines. You could also write one short message on your phone, maybe something like, "Today I will speak kindly and stay positive." It doesn't matter what you write. What matters is that your brain begins to live the language before the day even begins. Over time, this habit changes everything. You stop translating. You begin to feel English instead of thinking about it. All right, habit number 2. Listen while doing simple things. Many fluent speakers use the small, quiet moments of their morning to listen. When they make breakfast, they play an English podcast. When they brush their teeth, they play a short story or an English song. When they walk to work, they listen to an English talk. They don't wait for perfect silence or a classroom. They use everyday moments. Listening is like watering a plant. If you do it a little bit every day, your brain stays alive and fresh. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. You don't have to. Even if you only understand half, your ears are learning. Your brain is getting used to the rhythm, tone, and pronunciation. Over time, you will begin to catch phrases, recognize patterns, and guess meanings without translating. That's how fluent people listen, not to study, but to feel the language. You can choose something short, like 5 or 10 minutes. The secret is not the length, but the routine. If you start every morning with a few minutes of English sound, your brain will naturally switch into English mode. Later in the day, when you need to speak, you'll notice your sentences come out faster and smoother. Morning listening creates a calm, confident connection with the language. It becomes part of your life, not part of your homework. All right, habit number 3. Read something small but consistent every single day. Fluent speakers also love to read in the morning. They don't read for hours. They just read a little bit, maybe 1 page, maybe 1 short article, maybe a few inspirational lines, a few motivational sentences. Reading in the morning helps you wake up your mind with English words. You don't feel pressure. You're not studying. You're simply reading something that makes you feel curious or happy. You can read about travel, motivation, cooking, sports, or anything you enjoy. The topic doesn't matter. What matters is that you like it, okay? When you enjoy reading, your brain relaxes and English words start to stay longer in your memory. You can keep a small English book next to your bed, or you can read on your phone. Even 2 or 3 minutes are enough. Try to make this a habit. For example, every morning after you drink water or coffee, read 1 paragraph in English. It becomes a small, pleasant ritual. Gradually, step by step, you will notice that you begin to understand faster and new words start to make sense automatically. You will also start to think more in English because reading feeds your thoughts. It's like giving your brain a soft English breakfast every day. Habit number 4, speak out loud, even to yourself. Now, this one might sound funny, but it's one of the most effective. Fluent speakers often talk to themselves. Yes, really. They describe what they are doing, what they are feeling, or what they are planning. They say things like, "I'm boiling some water. I need to find my keys. I feel excited about today." It doesn't matter if no one is listening. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Speaking out loud helps your mouth and your mind work together. When you speak, your tongue, lips, and muscles practice forming English sounds. You get used to hearing your own voice in English. You start to sound natural. If you're shy, you can do this quietly, or you can pretend you're talking to a friend. The goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to connect your thoughts with your voice. Every morning, try to say a few things in English. Maybe when you're making tea, say, "I love the smell of tea." When you're looking in the mirror, say, "I look ready for the day." These little moments make a big difference over time. Habit number 5, review and repeat something you learned before. Fluent English speakers know that learning something once is not enough. They understand that repetition builds memory. So many of them spend a few minutes in the morning reviewing something old. Maybe they look at new words from yesterday. Maybe they repeat a few useful expressions. Maybe they listen again to a short video they watched before. When you review in the morning, your brain is still calm. You remember things faster. Fluent speakers know that review is not boring. It is smart. It's how they make English feel natural and automatic. Okay, habit number 6, write 1 small thought. Writing is another beautiful morning habit. It clears your mind and makes you more creative in English. You don't have to write a long text. 1 or 2 sentences are enough. You can write about how you feel, what you plan to do, or something you're grateful for. For example, "I feel relaxed today," or "I'm excited to meet my friend." Writing helps you express your feelings in English words. It also helps you see your progress. Many fluent speakers keep a small English diary. They write just a few lines every morning. And here's the final one. Habit number 7, set a small goal for the day. Fluent speakers often start their day with 1 simple English goal. It keeps them motivated and focused. The goal doesn't have to be big. In fact, small goals work better because they are easy to do. Maybe your goal is to listen to 1 podcast. Maybe it's to use a new word in conversation. Goals also give direction. They make you feel like your English journey is going somewhere. All right, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Sonic English Podcast. I'm Alex, and I hope this episode inspires you to create your own English morning routine. Remember, small actions every day bring big results. You're doing great. Keep going, keep learning, and keep living your English. Bye for now.